Welcome to the Dad and Cole Football Patrol.
That's right. What's up, guys? I'm Dad.
And I'm Cole.
So, Cole, what are we talking about today, buddy?
Madden 20 cover.
Oh, so we're going to be talking about the guys we think that could be possibly landing on the cover of Madden number 20, due out, I believe, in August. But before we get into our picks about Madden, for the folks out there who may not know what Madden's all about, please do tell the folks a little bit about Madden, the game, and also why you love it so much and why it is a passion of yours.
So Madden is like you get to play your own football game, and like you kind of get to like create stuff.
Yeah, and you get to be the real guys in the NFL, right?
And you also get to like create players and stuff.
Yeah, you have a lot of fun doing that, making like super guys. You even created a Colt in there, didn't you?
That's all I do.
So you get to actually put yourself on the field with the big stars of the NFL?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds awesome, and I can see why that would be so much fun for you. So, Cole, every year it's a really big deal in the NFL and in the gaming world to find out who is going to be.
Like last year, it was Antonio Brown was on the cover.
He was on the cover of 19, yeah. So, in doing a little bit of preparation for this video, I was curious about defensive guys. And it seems like since 2004, I think they said Ray Lewis was the first defensive guy. About every 5 years or so since, a defensive guy has made the cover. Troy Polamalu from the Steelers, the safety, being another guy. So we're going to talk mainly about offensive guys, but in the end, I think we should each sneak in one defensive pick that we think is worthy of making the Madden cover.
Well, I have two.
You got two? Okay. All right, cool. So what do you say? Should we get into this?
Yeah. So my number one guy is DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, so tell me a little bit why you think he could be on the cover of Madden 20.
Well, there's a good chance that he might not, because there's a ton of good players in the NFL.
Indeed, there are.
And also, I think he may have been on the cover of one. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure if he's been on the cover yet or not. I'm admittedly not a super gamer. I'm not as passionate you are, so I haven't paid as much attention to past covers. But he's definitely an explosive, top-tier receiver. I wonder if him playing for the Texans, though, if he doesn't get as much publicity as maybe some of the other receivers around the league. But he's definitely a top-notch guy. So, Cole, I'm not putting these three in any particular order, but I'm going to give you my three guys. First off, I think Christian McCaffrey absolutely is cover-worthy, especially with the year that he turned in last year. Being a dual-threat receiver, running back, he seems like a big, explosive, Madden-friendly kind of player. So I think Christian McCaffrey from the Carolina Panthers could definitely make his way onto the cover.
My next one is Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, boo! But listen.
How rude of you.
I get it, though, and you might actually be naming the guy right now. I could see him going over huge on a Madden cover. The Cowboys have massive popularity, but do tell me, what are your thoughts on going with Zeke?
They're America's team.
I know. They're a big, huge, popular team across the country, right? And what else? Why else do you think?
Because he's a good player. And running backs and wide receivers are like the two most best positions. Like they have the most talented players, and he's one of them.
Yeah, so you're talking about one of the best guys in one of the more popular positions on one of the most popular teams in the league. You might have just nailed the guy that's going to land on the cover. So for my second guy, Cole, and I think this guy could potentially be the guy too. He may just be a year too early, so the game makers might want to see it for one more year. What about Quan Barkley?
Too early.
From the New York Giants. He exploded onto the scene last year. He's got a lot of profile playing for the New York Giants, but you think maybe it's just a year too early for him to garner that kind of...
No. 3 years too early.
3 years too early?
My third one is T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, so you're going hard on the receivers. T.Y. Hilton, another explosive guy. I worry a little bit about him, though, being on the Colts, too. Like, does he have enough profile and prominence? But what are you thinking? Why do you think he's a good candidate?
Well, there wasn't a ton of good players for me to choose because... I was going to choose Odell Beckham, but he was on the Madden 16 cover.
You're making a good point. A lot of the really super high-profile guys have already been on there recently, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thought. So T.Y. for you is a good, explosive, strong, top-tier receiver guy, and you can see him finding his way onto the cover.
But maybe you're able to be on the cover twice?
I don't think there's any rules saying you can't.
So maybe we could go back in time and then the same person could be on every cover.
So, Cole, if my last guy, Quan Barkley, was a little too early to potentially make his way into the cover, this next guy's probably too early for you to even be discussing him. But I'm throwing him out there as a long shot dark horse. Baker Mayfield from the Cleveland Browns. He's clearly a star on the rise.
Browns.
Yeah, not so much of a big team yet, right?
No.
But I'm thinking with like OBJ going there and with Jarvis and Nick Bell and the talent.
I forgot about Jarvis. He could have been on the cover.
Yeah. So, yeah, I get it. I'm kind of throwing him out just to have a little bit of fun and naming Baker Mayfield. Definitely too early. Probably even too early for this video for him to get mentioned. But what the heck? I wanted to have some fun.
Now, my first defensive guy.
Yeah, who do you got for defense?
Terrell Suggs.
Yeah, T-Sizzle. Look, a big profile sack guy on his way to a new team with Arizona.
For a one-year deal.
Yeah, so there's definitely been some news around him this offseason. I don't know if he still has the cachet as a guy that's on a decline, but he's definitely been a game wrecker for a long time. One of the big-name dudes in pro football, so I can see why you go there. So, Cole, I'm only throwing one defensive guy out there, but I think he's one of the more prominent, preeminent, butt-kicking, game-wrecking dudes in the game, and that is Khalil Mack. He's now in a big market out there in Chicago playing for the Bears. He had a heck of a year last year, and I can see what the kind of sacks and strips and fumbles he makes, him being Madden worthy, so we'll see.
My last defensive guy is Aaron Donald.
Oh, well, dude, once again, just like with Ezekiel, you might be hitting on the actual guy here. Talk about Aaron Donald and why you think he's Madden cover worthy.
Because maybe he will have 72 sacks this year.
Well, look, I think just on his play alone in the past, he is worthy of making onto the cover. He plays for a big profile team in the LA Rams. They were in the Super Bowl last year. He was clearly one of their more valuable, if not the most valuable guy on that defense.
He taught Corey Littleton to intercept Tom Brady.
Right. So we'll see. I think that's a good, smart pick on your part. So, Cole, I think we got one more honorable mention. There was someone that Mom actually came up with first. Right early on, we were having this discussion in the car. Yeah, we were having this discussion in the car the other day that started us thinking about this. We got to give props to Mom. Some of you folks out there have seen Mom made very limited appearances here on the Dad and Cole Football Patrol, but we love when she joins us. Who did Mom say?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Too early.
I don't know how I didn't think of that. I don't know if it's too early with the kind of year he had last year, but we'll see. They may want to wait another year.
He only have one touchdown this year.
I don't know. Listen, I do expect him to come back a little bit, but even if he comes back a little bit, he's still going to be a heck of a player. But I think it may even be a little too early for him, but we'll see. But props to Mom. Mom, good job contributing some actual football discussion to the Dad and Cole Football Patrol.
Hey guys, we want to hear from you. Who do you think's going to make the Madden 20 cover?
Yeah, that's right, guys. Leave a comment with your pick. Let us know who you see making the cover of Madden 20 coming up this summer. And then what else, Bubba Runio?
Subscribe.
Yeah, guys, we'd love if you could hit the red subscribe button. We've picked up a few over the past few weeks. We're very grateful for anyone that hits that subscribe button. You can stay up to date that way with all of our episodes and content. We're going to be going strong through the off season here. We don't have an off season, right, Cole, on the Dad and Cole Football Patrol. So
except when we're going to be in Maine this summer.
When we're on vacation with Mom and Papa.
Oh,
that's right.
We'll
take a break. Oh, we'll see. Maybe we can get Pop to be a special guest.
Oh, yeah.
We can talk about the Buddy Ryan days of the Eagles from back in the day.
I'll just be quiet the whole time.
Well, guys, please do hit subscribe. We'd be grateful for your support. Thanks for checking out the video. Anything else from you, buddies?
Bye-bye.
See you guys.